continue with the lecture. We had done some questions on the exercise 4C from profit and loss. Today we are finishing exercise 4C, and this will be our last lecture, because 4C already we have done a lot of things. Much is not required because a lot of direct questions are there. So I had done the which question in 4C, second, fourth part. So I'm doing the seventh question now. Okay, so it is profit and loss. It is section 21. Lecture 13 is should be lecture 13, yes. And let's proceed. See here, let's 4C. We are supposed to calculate what a sale is given. A sale at a dining table. I am taking question number 7. So see, quite frequently you must have seen that there are sales are there. Like suppose when some festivals are coming, people are offering sales, like buy one get one free, or like on the marked price they are giving some discount. So these kind of sales are there. And here is also a sale, similar sale is there, in which they are offering how much discount? The discount offered is 20%. Okay, and marked price is given 43,000 rupees, 20% discount. If the tax is charged, that means see, if the person is selling something and he is getting a discount on the marked price, then we can say tax will be adding. That means sometimes the price of the things is given irrespective of the tax, and sometimes inclusive of the tax. If you are purchasing something, maybe a biscuit only, a packet of biscuit, you will find at the back of the price, means below the price, at the back where the price is written, inclusive of all taxes. So there they have to include certain taxes that is added to the cost. That means the actual cost at which the seller would have sold to you would be lesser if you are excluding the tax. It might have been cheaper, but the taxes also are imposed on the good. That's why it becomes a little bit costly. So what is it? It is given 20% discount is there. So here 20% discount is given, and tax is charged 13%. Now see, in the question also it is telling that 13% is there on the selling price. And what is selling price? Selling price is the price which you are getting after getting the discount. That means discount is given on marked price. After subtracting the discount from the marked price, what are you getting is the selling price. And on that selling price, you are getting 30% discount more. So right here, SP after discount is equal to how much? It will be rupees. Now see, how much discount is there? 20% discount. That means 80% of the marked price he is charging, 80% of. What is the marked price given here? 43,000. 43 and 3 zeros. 2 zeros calculated here. That means rupees. 2 zeros will come again here also. 8 say 24. 4 to carry. 32 and 2. 34. 34400. Now this is the selling price. On this selling price, now you are getting what? You are getting the tax. So right there, as tax is charged on SP, therefore SP is equal to, now 13% of the selling price. So right here 34 or 344 00 plus 13% off. 34400, and rupees will be here, and that will be rupees 34400 plus 20 will cancel here, and 30 was 52, 2 5 carry, 30 is 39, 40 and 44, rupees 442, 13,052, 2 5 carry, 39, 40 41 42 43 and 44. This will add together and you get the price after adding of the tax. So 2 zeros on that one sentence place, so 40 to come here, 4 plus 4 is 8, so 38842. So it's coming 872. Some difference is there, but method will remain the same only. That after the calculation of selling price, you have to add 13%. Okay, so 13% is the selling price. What is the selling price here? So 80% of this will be what? 8 is 24. 4 to carry, 8 to 32, 34, 34400 and plus this thing. Here see, this thing you have not written properly, so you should correct this one. It should be 34400. So these 2 zeros cut. So it will be 13 was 52, 2, 5 carry, 13 was 52, and 5 is 7, 7 is 5 carry, 13 is 39, 48, 44. Okay, so 4472. So 4472 is there. 7 will come down here like this, and 4 plus 4 is 8, and 4 plus 4 is 8, so 38872, and that is the answer. So this here this was correct, this proper has to be here the 34% also. Okay, now this completes this chapter, profit and loss. Now next topic is simple and compound interest. Now see, about this we have studied already a lot of things. You already know that simple and compound interest, what it is. Simple interest was studied earlier. Compound interest will be for you. Let us start with this topic, simple and compound interest. So chapter name is simple and compound interest. This will be a new topic for you. See, simple interest is what basically the interest that is calculated over the money that you are submitting. Suppose you are lending someone the money, or you are depositing the money in the bank sometimes. So the extra money, whatever money you have deposited or you have borrowed from someone, means whether you have deposited or whether you have borrowed, on that money, some extra money you are earning. Sometimes you are earning when you have given to someone, and you are paying when you have borrowed from someone. Okay, so both the case can happen. So that extra money is called as interest. Now interest depends on what way you are calculating it. If that interest is calculated such that principal remains same. See my language. If the interest, or you can say if principal. Principal is what? If the principal is same for all years, that means for whatever time you are investing the money, if the principal remains same, then that interest will be called as simple interest. And it is calculated by the formula principal P rate percent per annum R into 100 upon T. T is the time. So what is P? P here is the principal. R is the rate of interest. That means rate of interest is what? How much? So it is not like that you invest 100 rupees. That means you may get some more money, or suppose you are investing 1000 rupees. But this rate is defined for per 100 rupees. That means on 100 rupees, how much interest you will earn or you will pay to the bank. This is called the rate of interest. This is always in percentage. It may be in different forms. It may be per annum, half yearly, quarterly. These all things will come depending on the question. Then T is what? T is the time for which you are lending the money or you are borrowing the money. Okay, so this is simple interest. Here principal remains the same for all the years and interest is calculated like this formula. Then there is one more thing which is called amount. What is amount? Amount is the total sum that you will pay to someone. That means amount is the principal and added to the interest. So whatever extra money you are giving in addition to the original sum. Suppose you have given to someone 1000 rupees and with a 4% rate of interest you are charging 4% rate of interest. So with 4% means 4 rupees you will earn on 100 rupees. So how much you will earn on 1000? 40 rupees. So the person who will give you the money, suppose after for 1 year. So after 1 year he will give you 1040 rupees. That is the way of it. So amount will be what? Simple interest plus principal. P we are writing this. Other than this, nothing more complicated is there in the simple interest, and that formula will to be used. One more thing that is given in the questions will be what? Counting how many days are in a month. Suppose in a particular month number of days are less, so sometimes you have to calculate that what is the number of days. So this time will be months, days, years, like that it will be given. So you have to convert it to year because rate of interest is given as what? Per annum. That means yearly it is given, it will be also given as half yearly.